For the last topic, the last time I was running out of letters for the last topic. So that was an NES game, Super NES game. I was running out of letters for the last topic, so all I wrote was online earnings. Do they motivate you in the Twitch title? The conversation's a little bit different than that. It's sort of that, but disguised toast. Let me bring the name up to just to verify. A YouTuber by the name of Disguised Toast, like toast being hidden. Right, there he is. Yeah, that's him. He released a video.
This guy's toast.
No, here we go. Well, that's his logo there. I want to make sure that I'm looking at the right one. Hold on. That was funny. That was on his page, and his video just randomly started. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that was it. Yes, Disguised Toast. That's the way it's written. He made a video going over what Twitch streamers make. He is a relatively large Twitch streamer. Still on my face. What? Am I? Am I okay? Okay. He made a video talking about what a Twitch streamer of his size makes, and he presented a lot of information. He presented information about the size of his channel, how it relates. He said he was on the top 10 viewed streamers for a while. So you get basically none of it came across as bragging. It came across as he's trying to inform you where he's coming from with this video, with what he's talking about. And he talked about how Twitch streamers make money, how the bigger ones make money. And he talked about, sponsorship deals, donations, bits, and subscriptions. So, or ad revenue. Donations was also part of the bits. So he talked about that, and he talked about his earnings, what they basically make. He broke down how much you make from a subscription, how much you make from a subscription when you're a partner, which apparently I always thought that was common knowledge about what the difference between what the higher end partners and the affiliates and the lower end partners make. I have a mustache on my face. Yes, I do. No, it was his thumb. You gotta be kidding me. But he talked about that. He put out some solid numbers. He explained where all of these numbers were coming from, and he put out some solid numbers. There was always a bit of concern when people do stuff like that. There's always a bit of concern because some people view it as secret bragging videos. Some people view it as demotivational to them. Oh my God, I'll never be that big. They look at some of these guys and I mean, some of these guys are making they're making tens of thousands of dollars at a medium, well, probably higher than medium, but at a relatively good size. They're making tens of thousands of dollars a month. When you get to those high, Ninja is ridiculously higher than like the person in second place as if it's a race. But when you get to that high, these people are making hundreds of thousands of dollars. They might be making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. I think Ninja was, he had something like 180,000 current subs, like concurrent subs right now. That's, even if you go at the lowest, that's $3 a sub. That's a few $100,000 a month. Concurrent subs. That means these people, once you sub to somebody, you are subbed, and it's like a recurring sub. So that means every month he's getting $3 from these people just automatically. And that doesn't include the ad revenue, the fact that they give him, as a partner, you get a button to push to give you ads, donations and bit, regular donations and bit donations, sponsorships, because I know he's got tons of sponsorship. I think at this point we've all seen commercials for that, but but other people have that stuff too. Sponsorships to play game. Like, if you watch the video, he talks about all of this stuff. I will do my best to remember to put a link in the video, to put a link to the video. But yeah, Elements. I do love the data, and one of my big things now is that I've done this to a couple of streams that I watch. There are a few streamers that I watch, and I have asked them in their chats if they have seen the video and what they thought of the numbers that were presented. If they thought that the numbers seemed a little odd for a Twitch streamer of that size, and if those percentages, those comparative numbers, if they kind of lined up with what they get. And most of them have said that it's a pretty accurate video. My partners out of a single sub, I think partners also make about $3 unless they're the higher tier partners, in which case they make about $4 or something. They make 50%. They make somewhere around 50%, or they make around 70% if you're a higher tier partner. My question, the issue that I wanted to discuss is that, because I'm not here to discuss the accuracy of the numbers, because quite frankly I don't make those numbers, so I don't have that to discuss. I don't have data on my own to contribute to that conversation. My question is, when you see videos like that, does that motivate you to do more, or does it demotivate you? Do you look at it and think, oh, I'm never going to get that, so it's hard to imagine me getting that, so you're less likely to try and fight for that? Like, what does it do to you to hear that stuff? Hang on, let me pull up what partners get out of a single job. The way I see it, if they can do it, so can I. So can it. I'm guessing that was so can I. But then I realized that I don't have the tech to do it, so it's kind of expensive to get the tech. He earns over $500,000 a month from streaming Fortnite. Credits the game's free-to-play business model as a growth factor. Absolutely. That I think anybody from Epic will tell you that the free-to-play business model is the way to go for certain games. Probably 70%, because affiliates only get 50% from a sub. Considering John's channels are way higher than BSC, despite all that work I put into it. Honestly, that motivated me to keep going and aim to get more viewers, more subs, etc. Yeah, I wonder if that motivates people or demotivates them, because yeah, I do. For me, it's a little bit of both. It definitely motivates me more, but there are times when I look at it and think, I'm never going to have the kind of time that they have to dedicate to it. Some of the streamers I watch stream 4 to 6 hours a day. We stream 3 hours a day here, just a couple days a week. But would I ever get to that point where I could do that? And I don't know that I can. So sometimes that's a little demotivating. I listen to the streamers, and I've listened to streamers and watched streamers who are on a new computer because their old computer, like the hard drive crashed, or the CPU crashed, and they had to go buy a new computer, and that was yesterday, and now they have a new $3,000 computer, and it's like, I'm never going to have the resources to do that. So it makes me so nervous that if I put that kind of effort into it and something breaks, I won't have the ability to do what they do. So it's a little bit demotivating, but then at the same time, it's motivating because I know that they had to start from nowhere. Unless they were given a small loan of $1 million at some point, they probably had to work from the ground up like the rest of us. So I see it as, I know that it's possible. Yeah, Mendez, when you see how much money, when you see videos of how much money, and you hear rumors about how much money Twitch streamers and YouTubers make, does that motivate you or demotivate you? That's basically the discussion. You also have another job. Yeah, I have another job, so I don't mind. That's why I don't question the amount of streaming that I do. my question is one of my questions is, could I even stream for that long? Could I do 6 hours a day, 5 days a week minimum? 6 days a week minimum. I wonder if I could do that even without a job. I mean, I think I could, because at this stage of the game, I love it. I love where we are right now. I love the size of the channel. I love that you guys can come in here and we can have this discussion. I love that I can still play the games and have the discussions and still interact with you all. That's one of my favorite aspects of doing this. If I got to the point where every video had 2,000 viewers, would I be able to have that discussion? Okay, yeah, I can put my stream into sub mode only, but I'm going to go ahead and imagine that some of you guys can't afford the $5 a month. And I don't mean that as a slam. It's just some of you guys either can't afford the $5 a month, or you don't have the means to offer that $5 a month. So if I were to put the stream in sub mode, I immediately alienate a bunch of people, and I feel bad for that. Slow mode. I don't mind slow mode as much, but sub mode is the one that, and I understand why people do it. I don't want to make it sound like you're a snob for doing that. Like if I've got 5,000 people in my channel, yes, I need to do something to mitigate how many people have are having the conversation. Because there's a motorcycle outside. YouTube, unlike Hollywood, is one place where anyone can make it big if they put in the time and the effort. But it's also a very competitive place, if that makes sense. It makes sense, but Ace Fox, I'm gonna tell you what the biggest problem is with what you just said, and not a problem with what you just said, but a problem with the interpretation. If you put in the time and effort, there are small channels out there that make nothing, that have put way more into it than they have ever gotten out of it, that don't make much of anything. If they get too much into that mindset, they could easily slip into the mindset of, I put all of this effort into it, I put more effort into it than this person or that person, I am owed something. You're ridiculous if that's what you say. But you could also get into the mindset of, I put all this effort into it and I'm not going to make it. If I put this much effort into it and I'm not making it now, I'm never going to make it. And that's where someone could that's one of the ways that you can get demotivated when you see somebody who streams and they put nothing into their videos. There's no production value. All the editing that they do, they could easily be doing on Windows Movie Maker, which is what we use here. Come on, Windows, help me out with a sponsorship here. When you see that, and then you look at your setup and you've got 3 screens and you've got a high-powered PC and you've got another PC to play game, and you look at all this stuff and you think, why are they making so much money and I'm not? Some people could see that as demotivating to them. No, Ace Fox, and that's exactly the point. It's not, you didn't put it in a negative way, but some people could read it in a negative way, and that's my issue. That's my point with that. Yeah, it's a dick move for smaller channels to put it in sub mode only. I understand why people do it if chat is just giant. Like I think we're at a point where I could do sub questions. You know what I mean? I could say like, oh, if you're a subscriber, you can send in a question. Really, I actually thought about that at a certain point in growth, to say, when we do the viewer topics portion, to say, maybe I should just make this for sub only. Maybe I should just have that everybody can participate, but only the subs can ask questions or take the questions on Discord. And I thought, you know what? I don't like that. I don't like that. If anything, I would present you guys with a few topics and ask you what you want to talk about. Johnny on Sub Nights puts the chat in sub mode only. Johnny has probably a lot more subs than we do on Sub Nights, and I understand why he does. Yeah, because so many people show up to the stream. Yeah, that's why. For people like Johnny, even SGB, the SGB channel, I would imagine that those should be at a point where So even if they don't do it all the time, every once in a while, sub-only chat might be the way to go for them. I mean, we're getting there. We're chugging along. Try to put a bit of effort into my streams. I'm by no means a professional, but I'm getting there. Yeah, I am as far as technology and equipment goes, I am not a professional. As far as behavior goes, I'm probably not a professional, but I like to have fun. I'm very animated. I try to be very animated when I talk. That's why I always feel bad when I play a game and then I'm playing so much into the game that I'm ignoring the chat. I hate doing that. That in the current algorithm is not conductive to making it big on YouTube. Yeah, unfortunately, the algorithm right now for YouTube is set very, very, very beneficial to people who are already large and not to people who are growing very slowly. You gotta a lot of it on YouTube seems to be you gotta hope that lightning strikes. You know, you gotta hope that there's that one video out of all your others that is indicative of your content, but has, for whatever reason, has a ridiculously high reach. You know, if I went onto my channel and started putting compilations of Vine videos, I may get a lot of views on that, but that's not indicative of what the content is of the channel. So not only would I want to deceive people that way, but people aren't stupid. They would hit the follow button or the subscribe button on YouTube. They would see that that's not normal content on the channel, and then they would unsubscribe really fast. It's false follows. Hello, hey, here, Chaos. And what are we talking about? Have we gotten to the obligatory Smash conversation? Hero, we got the obligatory Smash conversation out of the way yesterday. We may do a little bit more of a discussion about it, but we did a special Silver Lining yesterday where we talked about that. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, be sure to check my videos so you can see that. Yes, call to action. Do I have a call? I need a call to action button so that I can make a goofy noise every time I do it, because I don't do the calls to action a lot. Here we go. There we go. Sometimes you just hit a wall with certain audience. Damn it, move very fast. There we go. Like Mother's Basement, for example. He did analysis on anime OPs and made it big. I don't agree with his opinion. Okay, I'm one laptop and 2 crappy capture cards, but I do have a decent mic now. Yeah, Elements. For anybody that wants to get into any of that stuff, even though I'm very small, so my opinions probably won't reach far, or my advice won't reach far, I would say without a doubt, focus on getting your audio good first. Focus on a good microphone. Most people are okay with your webcam. We're making webcams really good now. You know, the one that's built into the laptop. Like, most people are okay with that stuff. Focus on good audio. I will watch a video. I will watch an average quality video with good audio before I will watch a 1080p 60 frames per second or even 4K, and then it sounds like he's talking through a tube. That's not. I won't. I just can't. I can't listen to it. People are already forgotten about YouTube at this point. Yeah, let me see what you mean by that. Most video creators nowadays are starting to move away from the YouTube platform and sticking with Twitch to be more interactive with their viewers. YouTube gaming doesn't seem to hold up as well. YouTube gaming, I think they're folding. I think they're closing down the branded YouTube gaming, and I think it's just being folded into regular YouTube now. Kind of helps if you post just about it. Yeah, a consistent schedule definitely helps when it comes to posting. One of the cliches is good, clear thumbnails that stand out. Some people just scroll past and they don't even read the titles. They look at the thumbnail. I drop frames a lot though. Should probably look into it in Ether. Oh yeah, Elements. If you're streaming and you're doing an online game, you should have at least 2 Ethernet cables hooked up to everything to make sure that everything is running properly. I mean, one of my biggest inspirations is ProZD, because he Sungwon is his name. He tons of videos. I'm sure you guys have seen them. His videos get hundreds of thousands of views within days of the videos going up, but it's all like cell phone video. Because the concept is so hilarious. So it's all cell phone video. I think he was a Vine star, but yeah, that's such an inspiration for me, because you have this person that for all the equipment that you could probably have to make videos, he uses his cell phone and what I'm going to assume is a very basic audio editing program. This topic is quite timely. My pal, Wee Dude, was upset his Halloween review, it was Bayonetta 2, wasn't getting much traction and questioning if he should just continue. I told him if it was for the money, no. If it's because he's passionate about it, yes. Yeah, I think there needs to be, even if you want money, I think there needs to be some passion about it. And even if you do it for passion, the money and the views, they are validating. No one wants to admit that. Everybody wants to say, well, you got to do it for the passion and don't care about the views. But let's be clear, if you usually get 10 views and then all of a sudden you get 100 views, it feels a whole hell of a lot better. There should be some filters and some volume sliders on OBS. Yeah, OBS has some stuff here. Oh, I'm screwed. My mic picks up everything. My breathing, my chair squeaking, the dog. Yeah, no, there you can't. Yeah, OBS won't let you filter out certain noises. Sean, I would say the best thing is to look into a shotgun mic, or whatever the technology is now. Shotgun mics or lapel mics. Things like the lapel mics that you have right here, they are built to be very directional about the audio that they pick up. So they won't pick up things. One of the reasons I like this mic, this is Audio-Technica 2020. One of the reasons I like these condenser mics is because their view of sound, like they actually say front and back, most of the audio they pick up is from right here. So if I go back here, even though I'm still kind of close to the mic, it may be a significant difference in what you hear. I know it's a significant difference in my headphones. So that helps to filter out noises that you don't want to hear. Now, if you go out and you buy a omnidirectional microphone, I think that's what they're generally called. If you go out and buy something like that, that's going to pick up every single noise. That we had the microphone for the Wii. I think it was the Wii. It might have been the Wii U. No, it was for the Wii, and it was it was like a room mic. It was like an omnidirectional mic. I remember I got up, walked to the kitchen, and said something, like I shouted something over, and the person that we were talking to asked why I was shouting. Like they could tell that I was shouting very loudly, even though I was way across. I was actually in another room, because that mic is built to pick up everything from all around as well as it can. How much would that run you? Yeah, that microphone is $100. The audio, the 2020 you can get for about $100, and they make a USB version of it. I have a USB version of it, and then when I got a mixer, I bought a XLR version of it, because I wanted to run it, because my mixer is USB, but then everything running into it is all XLR and analog stuff. Then again, I'm using my gaming headset as a mic. I do know some people that use their gaming headsets as mics. If you have a good gaming headset, you should be okay. But you are going to get that headset mic noise. This is actually a gaming headset. This is I have the mic here, but some people use it and it sounds just fine for them. I like the condenser mic. I like the warm sound that comes from the condenser mic. If I had the option, I would upgrade. I love this mic. If I had the option, I would upgrade to a more advanced version of this kind of microphone. I know they make a 2035, and then they make like the 4080, I think it is, and they get super expensive. I would love to have a better version of this mic, specifically, and I know this is gonna sound stupid, specifically because I think the 2035s, they make a silver version of the microphone, and I want a silver version of the microphone. Let me ask this. Did you find it to be fair that people who are already famous elsewhere, like movie stars or people from other sites, come to YouTube and are getting views over other YouTube? I don't know that it's fair, but I know that I don't like it. I know that I don't like that months ago Will Smith started a YouTube channel and they had a whole thing where they presented him with his play button because he got 1 million subscribers. And I remember thinking, yeah, it's Will Smith. Of course he's going to get 1 million subscribers. He's Will Smith. Or he could have started a YouTube channel and the first and only video would be him putting his laundry into the washing machine, and he would get 1 million subscribers and the video would get 5 million views. Like, I just don't feel like he accomplished anything. So I don't think that it's I don't like it. But as far as fair goes, I mean, at least he did all that work before. Because the same argument could be said about Vine stars who, when Vine collapsed, came over to YouTube. You could say that they built their fame somewhere else, and now they're cashing in on that fame through YouTube. So that right there is almost the same thing. Sounds like Travis Mike. I'm finishing up Macross this weekend. Yeah, well, which Macross? I used to have a headset, but it broke, and I couldn't find anything else decent or a good price range. So now I'm just on the headset and a USB mic. Yeah, they make some fantastic USB mics. $30 Turtle Beach headset. Yeah, I would. Sean, the first thing I would say, if you're questioning your audio quality, OBS has a recording button. There's a streaming button and there's a recording button. Just record yourself and then play it back and see how you feel. Listen to it and think, if I were watching somebody who sounded like this, would I like it? That's one of the things I try and do. I try and make the quality of my streams a quality that I'm comfortable with. If I were watching somebody else, would I be comfortable with it? That's the most basic. Whenever people say things like, if I want to make videos, what kind of videos should I make? If I want to have my audio like this, my video like this, where should it be? I always say, start with what you like and then go from there, because some people may love that. You know, depending on what your content is, if you're the guy that goes on Twitch and reviews old 80s movies, people may prefer that your camera is 240p. You know, like that might be part of the gimmick. Original macro. Yeah, OBS has recording, or Audacity has audio recording. Yeah, you can use Audacity I used to run, when I do videos through OBS, I would have my OBS on, and then I would also have my Audacity on, so that I was recording audio that I could clean up later. Because I always, if you're going to do project videos, stuff that you're going to edit later on, always record your audio separately, just because it's easier to edit your audio when you're starting out. It's easier to have the audio separate. With modern programs, with more expensive programs, you can probably do that all at once. But I know for me, it's significantly easier to edit my audio outside of the video, where I can cut out the parts that I made mistakes, where I can filter out all of the background noise so it's just audio. Yeah, Audacity is surprisingly versatile for a free program. I always wanted to do that, review VHS movies in VHS quality. Bit gimmicky, but there you go. But the gimmick fits the subject matter. If you went and said, I'm going to be the retro video guy, and you make your content in 240 and you give it all the VHS filters, but you're reviewing furniture, you see, it doesn't work. The gimmick doesn't work for the content. But yeah, if you're doing VHS reviews, shoot everything like that. I think that would be very, very cool and very interesting. Hey, you could Elements, what you can do is go find your thrift stores and Goodwill stores. Sometimes they get old VHS cameras that have outputs to your TV. Run the picture record your audio, but then run the picture through your capture card and then record the image right off of an actual old school video camera. Watching VHS movies in HD is painful. Yeah, it's always a little tough. I've been playing old CRPGs, Baldur's Gate, Fallout, Shadowrun Returns. Ooh, Shadowrun Returns. HD VHS is the thing. Yeah, but it's not the same. You gotta have the crackly picture and the FBI warning at the beginning, and it occurred to me that this topic went all over the place. This topic went wild.